Hello everybody and welcome to another episode here on Holme Wold Farm. So we're just finishing off the soybean harvest that we started in the last episode. We've done that much of the field, and we've just got that bit there remaining. We're not playing with GPS because a combine of this age wouldn't have GPS, although I would assume that it would be possible to add to this combine. We don't have it. We are doing it freestyle. Yeah, so as I say, we'll get this harvested. We've only got one field. We've only got this one field, and then we'll get the harvester put away then for the winter, unless I decide to do a little bit more contracting, just to try and earn a few more pounds, but I'm not sure yet. Yeah, I've not decided on whether we're going to be doing some more contracting or what we're going to be doing, but I'm sure we'll figure it out as we go. So basically all I'm doing here is just using the tram line as a guide to, I pressed the wrong button there, as a guide to getting me sort of relatively straight down the field. I do the drilling usually with either the John Deere that you just saw behind me there, or with the 6250R. Both of them do have GPS on them, because it would be more than feasible to have GPS on those tractors. So they do have GPS on them, and it gives me my straight sort of lines through the field in terms of tram lining, so that I can, when I come in with the combine, I can follow them. And also as well, the GPS is going to be very handy next spring when we start potato planting and doing stuff like that. So it will be very useful. So yeah, as I say, we're just carrying on with the combining, and then we'll go back to doing the potato contracts. As I say, I want to get into potatoes on this particular map in a big way. I quite like them as well on FS22. Unfortunately, I just don't have the Grimmy that I have on this map, on this version of the game on 19, and I really like it when I do it when I'm able to play it the way that it's sort of done in real life. So that's why I tend to be. I do potatoes on FS22, but not as involved as what I do on 19, because, as I say, I have the potato harvester that I want. So after this field, we'll go back to the potato contract. Might sell these off, or sell this crop off straight away. Got about 68,000 in the bank, so that will obviously bring in a little bit more money, or I might hold it off until the end of autumn, when I've got rid of pretty much all of the stuff that's on hire at the moment, because, as I say, we have got a lot of stuff that's on hire at the moment. This is our combine, so we'll be putting this away, but the potato harvester that you saw in the last video, that's on hire, and then you'll also see either in this video or the next video how we empty the potatoes and what we do while we're at the field, because obviously I don't want to be driving back all the time. This combine has got an absolutely abysmal turning circle. I don't think I'm going to hit that. No, I'm not. Turning circle. It's absolutely terrible. I've never driven one of these in real life, but I have ridden on one very often. The farm that I ended up working for, they had a field behind my house, and whenever they were in their combining, I used to stop the combine driver and ask if I could have a ride, which luckily he always said yes, and used to sort of combine the field with me. It's about 30-acre field. About 30 acre, I would say, maybe slightly bigger, and used to stop him on the first headland and then ride with him and do the whole field with him. So I'd be in there for a couple of 3 hours with him. I mean, it was about 4 hours in total it used to take, or just over, if the going was good. But yeah, so I've never driven one of these in real life. But I have, as I say, ridden on them. We're looking to purchase a new tractor as well, which I'm not too sure when that's going to be. I'm quite like it in time for spring, if I'm honest. But it's just all about the finances, because I do have a bit of a loan as well, because I did borrow a little bit of money as well to finance some land that I bought, and also it was a bit of machinery that I bought as well. I can't remember what it was, but so I did take out a bit of a loan. I don't tend to give myself any restrictions on loans. The only thing is that, yes, while I can take out, a 10 million, I think I've got it up to about 10 million. That's not the loan. I think that's the maximum I'm allowed to borrow. But the only thing is, before I can say, yes, I've completed the save game, the whole loan has to be paid off. The farm has to be debt-free, self-substantial, or self-sustainable, and then we sort of either move on to another farm and do it all again, or as I say, with this particular farm, I think this is going to probably be the farm that I play as my long-term Let's Play, or I might switch that over to Gaspardo, Taimonka Wohu, or whatever it's blooming well called, only because that map has a lot more different crops on it, and so it sort of gives us an opportunity to expand and grow the farm in a particular way. So I might switch over to that one and make that one my permanently long save game. Plus, as well, we'll be able to play with some much bigger kit, because here, a bit like Green Hills Estate and Bally Springs, I've also got a sort of personal save game on that as well. I find that the smaller equipment is really what's necessary. I mean, obviously, as we get more and more land here, we are going to need a bigger combine, and we are going to need probably some slightly bigger, more horsepower tractors. But for now and for the sort of considerable future, what we have will be more than enough. As I say, I really want to push out on the land purchase and really buy as many fields as I can, and then we will start to look to upgrade the machinery, because at the moment, that's what I borrowed the money for. I bought a brand new JCB Loadall, and that was part of the loan when I bought the land. But as I say, apart from that Loadall, everything that I buy at the moment is second hand or used. So when we're sort of we're not buying anything brand new. I guess it's second hand brand new, really, isn't it? But yeah. So that's the sort of plan for the farm and where we're going to move sort of forward with it. As I say, we've got this to finish, and then the potato crops to finish, and then we're going to do some. We'll be doing some silage, and we'll be putting that in the pit and leveling it and what have you. Then we've got the pellets to sell. If I don't sell these straight away, then obviously we'll have these to sell as well. So it's a busy old time on the farm at the moment, but winter time we're going to be fairly quiet, I think. That's why I might do some more combine contracting just to get some more straw. And then in the winter months we can set up the pelletizer and the conveyor belt, which we'll need to buy because I've got that on hire as well. As I hired that because I wanted to see how well that worked, and it worked exceptionally well. So I shall be making that a permanent fixture on the farm. I shall be buying one of those, so that we have our own and we don't need to hire. So there's quite a lot of kit that I need now to sort of push me on to the next level, because I started very basically, and as I say, this is my first year, but with 19 seasons you start in spring. I think you start in early spring. Yeah, I've done well to get. Let's turn that off. Just save a bit of diesel while we get ourselves in position. We're going to have to unload because I am getting full. So we're going to have to unload. Yeah, this is what I mean about the game's depth perception. That looks like I'm going to crash. So we'll back up. Now I can't see the auger out of the window in this combine, which is realistic because in the real one you can't see the auger out the window, so we have to sort of, it's a bit hit and miss. Yeah, so we'll get this done, and then as I say, we'll keep upgrading the kit a little bit. And I'm also going to upgrade as well some grain stores. So like I said to you in the last video, there's going to be some alterations made at the 2 yards that we've got. The cow yard, there's not really much more I can do there. Space is quite tight there, and as I've said before, the gateways are not very wide for getting stuff in and out of. But I might expand it out of the back and then move where the gateways are. So I could move the gateways round the other side, so that we don't then have to use the gateways that are there now, and then we can block them off permanently. I don't know yet. I've not quite decided what I'm going to do there. I'm not making that, am I? I turned way too late there. I keep forgetting about it. I've just come from playing FS22, and on my Ballyspring map that I'm sort of just messing about with and sort of having a bit of a game on between doing this and Green Hills map. The combine that I'm using on there, which is the old class Dominator, I think it is, the really old one, the original Dominator. That has a very good turning circle, but yeah, so it's sort of kind of trying to remember each game and each capability of the machinery. So like I say, every day I'm using sort of, at the moment I seem to be using 2 or 3 combines on different saves and you know, different tractors. But so with all the land that we've got this year, all the arable land that we've got this year, I was unsure whether to plant it all with grass and just keep doing the grass and keep 1 or 2 fields just for arable, for the straw mainly. So this field, it could have been a field of oats or something just for the straw, but I think I am actually going to keep all the fields that are at the moment arable fields. I think I'm going to keep them as arable fields, just because the area of grass that I've got with the amount of animals that I've got, it's more than big enough. I don't need to add no more grass to the farm really. And I think if and when more grass is going to be necessary, which again I want it to be, because I want to expand the pellet side of the business, so that we are obviously growing a lot more grass and pellets and stuff like that, mainly because, you know, they yield very well, and also because at the moment it is what brings in the substantial amount of money to our farm, as well as the contracting. The contracting is something that I want to carry on as well. Normally I give myself the first year of the game when I start a new map, and then after that I can't do no more contracts. But as I say, it's something on this map that I am going to keep going, just to kind of see what happens and where that takes the save game. So we'll wait and see on that really. I love the graphic detail of FS19 compared to the other ones, the other versions of the game. I must admit I still really like 19. I didn't play it for quite a long time because I really tried hard to give 22 a chance to sort of improve with mods and what have you, but it hasn't quite lived up to this game for me. Yeah, it hasn't quite lived up to this game. So although I still play it and I put in many hours on it, I do still prefer this version of the game. But you know, we will be doing other, well, not other games. We will be doing FS22 is what I was trying to say. I got a bit distracted there. Sorry. I was trying to do 3 things at once, and for any of you girls that are out there listening, you know men can't do 3 things at once. So I was just temporarily distracted, but yeah, so we'll just get this done, and then what we'll do is we'll take that combine back to the yard. We'll take it through the main gates here onto the estate and into the yard that way, because the road to the side of it's a little bit tight when you're on the main road and try and turn into that farm. It's a little bit tight, and you know, you can catch the gate posts and the wall on the other side. So we'll go through the main gates, and then we've put our own gravel driveway in across one of our grass fields, yeah, so we'll go in that way just because it will be easier. But the tractor can go in via the side road, because obviously the tractor it doesn't need as much area to turn. So that'll be a lot better. But anyway, we'll just get this last breed done. So this is harvest for our farm done now for this year. We only had 1 field anyway. I think we didn't do too bad. I do have precision farming installed, but the farm itself is not actually able to afford to do precision farming. So although the mod is installed and we are being penalised because we're not doing it, so we are being penalised in terms of yield because we're not following the steps that we need to be following. But the farm can't afford at the moment to follow those steps. But moving forward, it's something that I want the farm to be doing. I want to be doing precision farming all the way across the business here, and something that, as I say, we will be looking to implement into the way our farm runs quite quickly. We'll just come out of cab. I do play most of the game in cab, just because it's obviously realistic, but we'll just come out for this little bit, and then we've got to try and get the header onto the header trailer. So it'd be interesting to see actually in terms of the tractor how much we do have. We've got 33,087 litres of soybeans. That's not too bad actually, to be fair. Off a field that, yes, it has been fertilised twice, but it hasn't had no lime, it hasn't had no herbicides put on. Mainly because we had a few weeds that came up in the tram lines, but we didn't have no weeds in the actual crop, and I just decided that the tram lines don't have crop in it anyway, so I'd probably get away with it, and I didn't, and also as well, it obviously saved us a bit of money on herbicide. Sorry. I think that's in line. We're about to find out. Yep, that is in line. That's okay. Again, we have to come out of cab for this little bit, because otherwise I can't, with the mirrors I can't tell. Are we able to? Oh dear, we might have to redo that. We might have to put that header trailer on. The header on the trailer again, because our straw chopper is going to be in the way. And I can't actually fold that. The only way that I can fold it is if there we go. That's got it. Alright. We'll put the flashers on, we'll put the tank down, just so we don't catch no trees with it, and then we'll move our way back to the farm so we can go back in camp now. We don't need to be out. So the farm's just over to the left. We're going to take it to the arable part of the business. Like I say, the dairy farm is just too tight for this combine. It's very, I mean, you can do it because I have done it, but it's very tight getting this combine and the header trailer in and out of that farm, so there's no point. We may as well just put it onto the arable farm. There's a shed there that's very suitable for this combine. So that's good. We can keep it all attached, and we'll be able to get it in and out easy enough. So thanks for joining me, and I'll do another video on this map in the next day or so, and thank you very much. Bye.